Okay, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to our latest explainer, where we take the absolute best resources out there and break them down so you know exactly what you're getting and how it can instantly upgrade your operations. Today, we are doing a digital unboxing. We're looking directly at a highly specific, honestly incredibly practical tool from Bizmanualz. It's their HR Payroll Policies and Procedures Manual, specifically product code ABR295. Now, if you've ever experienced the pure agony of blank page syndrome, staring at a blinking cursor while the IRS is practically breathing down your neck as you try to draft company policy, you are absolutely going to love what we're looking at today.
So there's a golden question you kind of have to ask yourself right off the bat. If you're an HR manager, a controller, a CFO, or a business owner wearing like a dozen different hats, you already know that building a rock-solid compensation and benefits system is the literal foundation of your company. It's what actually rewards and incentivizes your employees to hit your goals. But let's be totally honest here. You urgently need compliance and you desperately need standard operating procedures, SOPs, but you simply do not have the hundreds of hours it takes to build them all from scratch. You need them instantly.
Now, what's really cool about this explainer is the pure transparency of it all. We're going straight to the core here. This entire manual, this whole downloadable product, is priced at exactly $129.99. But what does that actually buy you? Rather than just giving you some vague overview, we are going to look at the exact deliverables inside this package. We're opening up the digital box to see exactly how it solves that massive time crunch problem for your payroll department.
Let's keep things moving and see how this builds. The magic number right out of the gate is 7. When you download this manual, you aren't just getting some dense, generic textbook on HR theory. No way. You are immediately handed 7 comprehensive, pre-written HR payroll policies and procedures. These are the foundational pillars of your HR operations, fully drafted and completely ready to be tailored to your specific needs.
We are talking about the core framework every single growing business needs to have a legally sound and actually rewarding compensation structure. You get procedures covering standard payroll processing. You get paid and unpaid leave policies, which, as we all know, can be absolute legal landmines if you draft them incorrectly. Insurance benefits and healthcare benefits are completely mapped out. It even includes employee retirement income security, consolidated budget reconciliation, and the incredibly complex exercise of incentive stock options. It's the whole shebang, just written out for you.
So, the absolutely crucial point here is that policies are great, right? But they're really just words on paper until you have the actual tools to execute them. And that brings us to our next big number, 8. Inside this exact same download, you are also receiving 8 operational HR payroll forms. These are the daily, weekly, and monthly tools that put those 7 major policies we literally just talked about into immediate action on the ground.
Let's unpack these exact forms for a second. You get the fundamental everyday stuff, like your biweekly timesheet, the absence request form, and your electronic funds transfer, or EFT authorization. But then it goes so much deeper into complex compliance territory. You're handed a fully functional federal tax calendar, benefits enrollment forms, and even, actually this is a huge lifesaver, your continuation of coverage, your COBRA notice and election form. Because let's face it, nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to be drafting a COBRA notice from scratch on a Friday afternoon. Not to mention, you get specific letters for stock options exercise and payroll deduction stock purchases. These are the essential forms that keep an HR department running without all that friction.
Okay, so you've got the 7 policies and you have the 8 forms to actually execute them. But who is responsible for making sure all of this happens smoothly and, more importantly, legally? A huge part of operational success is just defining clear boundaries and accountability. And that's exactly why this manual doesn't just stop at forms and policies. It specifically includes 3 key example job descriptions to ensure your team knows exactly who does what.
The specific roles defined for you include the accounting manager, the controller, and the human resources manager. Having these job descriptions pre-written allows you to just easily assign the specific duties outlined in the manual. It completely removes that "I thought you were handling that" ambiguity from your payroll process. Everyone knows their lane, and everyone knows their responsibilities.
But wait, there's actually one more piece inside this unboxing. As a really nice bonus, the package includes a how-to manual preparation guide. Because if you're sitting there wondering, okay, great, I have all these awesome documents, but how do I actually assemble them into a real official company manual? Well, this guide gives you the perfect introduction to producing your finalized version. It walks you through all the best practices so your final product looks super professional and authoritative.
All right, let's pivot for a second to the actual mechanism of how this product acts as such a massive time saver. The magic number for this time-saving element is 9. The entire HR Payroll Policies and Procedures Manual is delivered to you as 9 separate, fully editable Microsoft Word document template files. Just think about that. You are not getting locked, frustrating PDF files that you have to retype or struggle to copy and paste. You are getting raw, fully editable Word documents.
And this translates into an incredibly simple 3-step workflow to instantly upgrade your HR operations. Step 1, instant download. The moment you hit purchase, the files are yours. Step 2, customize in MS Word. You just open them up, swap in your company name, tweak a few specifics to match your environment, and hit save. Step 3, implement immediately. Boom. You completely bypass the blank page syndrome in literally hundreds of hours of drafting, reviewing, and editing from scratch.
And honestly, this is exactly why that MS Word format is so incredibly important. As the source material states, this manual was developed to assist organizations in preparing a standard operating procedures manual for any industry or business size. The absolute true power of these Word templates is that they are entirely customizable. You mold them, as they say, to fit one's individual company concerns and operations. It becomes your manual completely tailored to your unique business setup.
So a crucial point here is eliminating risk, right? Purchasing downloadable products online can sometimes feel a little bit like a leap of faith, but Bizmanualz completely removes that barrier. To make this an absolute no-brainer, the purchase of the ABR 295 manual is backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. You have total peace of mind. You can download all 9 Word documents, review the 7 policies, the 8 forms, and the 3 job descriptions, and ensure they are the absolute perfect fit for your company, with literally zero financial risk.
Which leads us to a final, vital question you really need to ask yourself today. Are you ready to build a proper compensation foundation? Because at the end of the day, that's what this whole explainer is really about. It's not just about Word documents and COBRA forms. It's about properly rewarding your employees, securing your company's compliance, and achieving your biggest organizational goals without wasting your own precious time.
So, here is your actionable takeaway. If you are ready to stop stressing over payroll compliance and start saving time immediately, you need to order and download the HR Payroll Policies and Procedures Manual, product code ABR 295 today. For just $129.99, you get the editable Word templates, the forms, the policies, the job descriptions, and most importantly, the peace of mind. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this structured walkthrough showed you exactly how powerful having the right tools can be. Keep learning, keep optimizing, but before you go, ask yourself this. Once you finally reclaim those hundreds of hours you would have spent writing forms from scratch, what strategic HR initiatives are you actually going to have the time to conquer next? I'll see you on the next explainer.